Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Jay. Welcome to my home, and in this week's video, we're gonna get our last little bit of cleaning done before Christmas and before I take all of my Christmas decorations down. First things first, I'm here in my wax room where I pour my wax melts, and I'm using this to seal one of the windows because it was just too cold. It felt like the breeze was blowing right in, and I don't mind if Santa comes, but I really don't need the outside cold air to be blowing in here as well. And I did put a time stamp. The rest of the cleaning starts at about 3 minutes and 15 seconds. A little bit about my home. It is older. It's from 1962, I believe. And I thought the problem was that the windows were really old, but the windows are not that old and they're in pretty good shape. But there's just so many drafty spots, and especially downstairs, I feel like there are just windows and glass doors everywhere, and it's just very, very drafty. And my heating bill has been extremely high. So I wanted to just get this done really quick now that I'm off work on a little bit of a Christmas vacation. I don't have too many days off, but just something about knowing that you don't have to go to work for the next couple days, even though I still have the same amount of time in the afternoon as I did before, I just feel freer. So I wanted to get this done. And I did make a mistake. I put the foam on the top part of the lower pane, and that was too much, so I couldn't get the window to lock. And when I got an energy assessment done of my house, that's one thing he pointed out, was that a lot of people's windows are not actually closed. You'll think it's closed because you push the bottom pane in, it clips on the sides, you turn the lock, it turns in, but the window is actually not closed. So that top window slides up and this one slides down, and if they're not aligned correctly, the window is not sealed and it's probably not even locked. So I learned that, but I was able to get everything aligned properly and closed. And putting that foam and the rubber seal in the window did help. I kept checking to see if the breeze was still coming in. Now, the windows are not perfect. This house is not perfect. So of course, a little bit of air is always gonna seep in your house, but definitely a huge improvement over before. And like I said, this is the room where I make my wax melts, and I'll work from home in here. When I sell things online, I pack them to ship in this room. So it's a really multi-purpose space. And if you notice, there are folding tables. I do want to get new tables, probably not until early February. Money's always tight this time of year, and I don't buy gifts for many people, mostly myself, but that's an all year thing. But just for some reason, money is always tight in December and January. So I kind of anticipated that this year and cut my spending a little bit. So the room is not that aesthetically pleasing, but hopefully in the next couple weeks, it will be. moving into my front room, it's really not that bad. I did a little bit of a purge of my coats, so I wanted to go ahead and put those in the little donation pile, and then I was folding laundry in here, so I wanted to get that bag put upstairs. Not put away yet, but the cleaning and folding is, I think, the most important part of laundry. And then coming into the living room and kitchen, which is really where I wanted to dedicate most of my time. I felt like my living room was just feeling a little bit grubby and not fresh. So first things first, though, I have these 2 boxes of decorations. This year, I've really just been in the mind to purge. A part of that's probably because Christmas and winter is not my favorite season. And another part of it is I've just had these decorations for a long time. They've carried me through multiple apartments and 2 houses now. So there are just things in here I don't want anymore. So I was going through this box again and just taking out anything that I didn't think was worthy of giving away, even for free. I never want to give anything away that I would myself not think is worth the money to purchase. So I just quickly went through that, found a few pieces that were yellowed to throw away, and then I'm just going to move these boxes to the front door so that I remember to post them on my local Buy Nothing group. Lately, the posts have ramped up, so I just want to give this stuff away. I do sell online, but I may stop doing that this upcoming year. It's a real pain in the behind, and people are just awful. So if I can give away things for free to people locally, I'd much rather do that. These are just a few little wax melts that I bought. That's Santa Snacks and Strawberry Pine. So I do still buy wax, even though I like to pour it. You know, I will always support small businesses. So I had recently unwrapped that. I'm so glad it came before Christmas, like they said it would. So it was like a little gift, and I wanted to get that put upstairs. And then on to the cleaning, just doing a little bit of a wipe down. And then I'm going to vacuum the couch and spray it with my Tide fabric antibacterial spray. It just kills the surface germs, and I do like using it. Just be warned, it is a very strong smell. So if you don't like the smell of Tide, I would recommend maybe getting the Febreze fabric antibacterial spray, because this one will definitely make the whole part of the house smell like Tide. I did want to take a minute to just wish you all a happy holidays, even if you don't celebrate Christmas. If you don't want to, you don't believe in it, that is totally fine. I hope you at least get some time off work and you're enjoying all of the good cheer around. I do like hearing about people that are, especially with little kids, just having their first Christmas. And as parents, I love like sharing in that experience a little bit, and I just think it's so sweet. And I sometimes, when I can, I'll think back to my Christmases and maybe watch some older like cartoons and those old movies with the felt puppets, and just kind of remember how things used to be. It can be a little bit, I think, dangerous to live in the past, because then you're always comparing it to the present, and it's usually not as good, right? But it is nice to look back sometimes and just be thankful that I did have those great Christmases, and that I did have my mom, and I had a family that I was close to, and just knowing that some people have never experienced that. Wrapping up the living room, we're gonna move into the kitchen, which, my goodness, it actually wasn't that bad. Looking at it here, I'm like, ugh, those counters. But if you've been here a while, you know it's been way worse. It's been legitimately dirty, and I didn't have many dishes in the sink. I was keeping up on that, so it didn't smell like dirty dishes. I just had a lot of things that I needed to put away on the counters, and I pulled out my Bissell Steam Shot because I wanted to get the stove top really, really clean. Yeah, so I did that. Over here on the stove, if you'll notice in the back, it's a little bit raised, and I feel like food gets stuck in the little cracks all around the stove. So that's why I wanted to pull out this Steam Shot. I should pull it out more often. I see other YouTubers, they clean with it and they use all the attachments, but it just feels like an extra step to me. So I don't use it as often. I really should, but I'm sorry, I'm all up in the camera. That's like a theme with this week's video, just me having my big back all in front of the camera. But I hope you're able to see what I'm doing. I'm just really steaming around those edges and dislodging all of the food and just particles left in there, and then I'm wiping it with my microfiber cloth. And I did switch cloths as well because the old one was just getting kind of tired. Taking out the trash it's right up there to me with yard work. It's one of the few times I'm like, wow, I wish I had a man in this house because he could do this for me, because I just hate doing it. And then taking out the recycling too, come on now. I just hate doing it, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? After I do take the trash out, I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum, and that's it for the kitchen. No mopping. I actually had not even prepared dinner this night, but while I was in the mood to clean, I wanted to get as much done as I could. And y'all, I thought we were done. I had my little after shot. I was showing you my candle, but I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and make me another cocktail and clean this bathroom because that really needed to be done. Really, really bad. So here I have, it's either sparkling wine or champagne. I don't know. I got it as a gift. It's what I wanted. I mixed it with some ginger ale and some lime juice, and it was just so refreshing. So cheers. And then I went into the bathroom and look at this laundry mountain. Oh my gosh. The clip actually was degraded, but I did sort that laundry. I didn't wash it tonight, or this was Saturday night, but I did get it sorted and get it out the bathroom so that it is ready the next time I go in my laundry room. And now I'm just going to clean the toilet, and the focus here is going to be the tub. I noticed some black spots the last couple weeks, and I'm like, okay, it's just discolored. But no, I was in denial. It is mold. And so I pulled out my mold and mildew spray that I already had, and I sprayed that, and then I'm going to scrub it really good. To clean the counters, I'm just using that Kaboom spray. And later, I don't think I show it, but I always use a Clorox wipe to clean off the outside of the toilet. But I think I've come to a conclusion about the Kaboom. On stone, like this stone countertop, even though it's not, I'm sure it's not an expensive stone, but something manufactured, I don't think the Kaboom is great. I think the Kaboom is much better on tile and porcelain. And here I have this Rubbermaid power scrubber. I've had this thing for like 3 years. I don't even think I've ever had to change the battery, but here we go again with me being all in the camera. But I hope you could see that. I'm just using it to really scrub that grout line all around the tub. And I will probably do this again over the course of the next couple weeks. I'll do it until I feel like everything is 100% remediated, but you'll see it definitely took care of those black spots of mold. And then I just sprayed the Kaboom in the tub after that was done, and I'm scrubbing it out with my normal Scotch-Brite little tub and tile scrubber. And I did put on a mask. This bathroom has no windows, but even still, that mold and mildew spray is intense, and it can burn your mouth, your throat, your esophagus. So I would definitely recommend wearing a mask. I have masks left over from COVID, and I actually like having masks in the house for things like this, but just any sort of respirator to protect your insides from those fumes. And I use a lot of like bath products. I use shower steamers and, shower gels and scrubs and all those things. So that's why you'll see some of the weird pink coloring in the tub. And probably, I'm sure, from the products I'm cleaning with as well. But yeah, my tub definitely tends to discolor pretty regularly. After I go ahead and get this toilet scrubbed out, I'm gonna vacuum, and then you'll see in the tub a really great after of no more black spots. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. I myself am enjoying it, and I'm just so thankful for that. Whatever you think the reason for the season is, I hope it brings you a lot of joy and some peace. And if you're struggling, know that you are definitely not alone. We are almost through this time, but I hope that you're able to enjoy a little bit of something, even if it's just indulging a little bit more, sleeping a lot more. I hope that you all do something for yourself.